Welcome to the Unified Gamers Network. This is your host, Clayton Lane, and welcome to episode 4. Today, we have a lot of stuff in the news. We are diving in headfirst into evolving landscape of video games. This week, we're exploring the key trends shaping our gaming experience, from buzz around the major industry events to cutting edge tech in our hands, and of course, a few exciting game announcements you won't want to miss. Let's kick things off by looking at the big picture. The gaming world is clearly on the cusp of significant transformations in the coming years. One trend that's been gaining serious momentum is the exciting resurgence of classic games. Much like Hollywood loves a good remake, developers are diligently reimagining loved titles for a new generation. We've always already seen this with a classic release like Aspect's recent Battlefield Classic Collection, bringing the iconic Star Wars Battlefield games to modern consoles. Nintendo is delighting fans with the remaster and expanding of Annexo Blade Chronicles Definitive Edition. And let's not forget the incredible success of Final Fantasy VII, Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil 3 remakes. Looking ahead, the anticipation is palpable for potential reboots of legendary franchises like Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid, but the innovation doesn't stop there. The indie gaming scene continues to be a powerhouse of creativity. While indie games have been around for ages, platforms like Steam have relevated distributions, leading to phenomenal hits like Among Us, RimWorld, and Stardew Valley. Now, Roblox is aiming to take indie gaming to the next level by integrating both game creation and distribution into a single massive platform with over 70 million daily active users. Roblox a provides aspiring developers with a unparalleled opportunity to build games using their studio engines and receive instant feedbacks from a massive player base. However, it is not all sunshine and rainbows. We also witnessed some challenges for AAA titles. The past year has been severely highly anticipated releases fall short of expectations, both commercially and critically. While our sources do not specifically mention it as underperforming, Bethesda's Starfield, despite its long development cycle, received somewhat lukewarm reviews in many quarters. Others recent AAA games that have faced sales struggles include Redfall, Forspoken, Atomic Heart, and Skull Island Rays of Kong. Of course, there are always exceptions, and the runaway success of Baldur's Gate 3 proved that innovation and quality seems um, relevant supreme. Shifting gears to PC gaming market, which boasts a sprawling, staggering 1.86 million, 1.86 billion players worldwide. We're seeing a fantastic challenge to Steam's long held dominance. Steam undoubtedly benefits from being an early pioneer, establishing itself as a go-to platform for buying, playing, and discussing PC games. However, that initially advantage is starting to waver. GOG has carved out a unique niche by offering DRM free games, giving players the freedom to enjoy their purchases without constant platform verifications. The DRM practice also has been a point of contention with some players finding it inconveniently and others viewing it as infringement on customer rights. But perhaps Steam's most significant long term competitor is Epic Games. On the surface, Epic Games Store offers a similar experience to Steam with a library of games and social features. But what truly sets them apart is their exclusive access to Fortnite, a gaming phenomenon they created. Epic Games has also employed a strategy of securing timely exclusives for other popular titles like Metro Exodus in an attempt to lure users away from Steam. It's been intriguing to see if these tactics play off in the long run. The world of cloud gaming services also continues its impressive growth trajectory, with online searches for cloud gaming showing remarkable increase over the past 5 years. And naturally, we can't discuss gaming trends without touching on the ongoing console wars between the powerhouse Xbox Series X and the dominant PlayStation 5. The Nintendo Switch, released back in 2017, remains a unique player, fully bridging console generations. Recent reports indicate a significant lead for PlayStation, with PS5 sales reporting outpacing Xbox Series X by a substantial 5-1 margin in the first quarter of 24. Ultimately, however, the console that consistently delivers the most compelling and innovative games will likely emerge as the victor in the years to come. Finally, early access remains a vital tool for games developers, providing invaluable feedback from players and allowing them to shape their games in real time. RimWorld stands as a shining example for a successful early access journey. Approximately 15% of games currently on Steam are in early access, and this number is projected to continue growing. It's widely viewed as a mutual beneficial system, offering gamers the chance to play games in the early stages and providing developers with critical insights. Speaking of shifts in the industry landscape, we recently received some major news about a long-standing institution in the gaming world. After decades of the premier gaming convention, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, or E3, has officially been discontinued. The Entertainment Software Association, the organization behind E3, announced this decision, citing the event's challenge in recovering from the impact of COVID-19 pandemic and adapting to the evolving ways gaming companies now connect with their audience. The convention hasn't been held in person since 2019, which drew in an impressive 66,100 attendees. Major players like Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony had already indicated their intentions to skip the canceled 2023 show, significant signing a significant shift in their marketing strategies. PSA President Stanley Pierre Lewis acknowledged the end of an era, stating, "We know our industry fans and creators have a lot of passion for E3. We share this passion. We know it's difficult to say goodbye to such a beloved event, but it's the right thing to do given the new opportunities via industry in our industry has a reach fans and partners. Many major companies like Nintendo and Sony now opt to produce their own dedicated video conferences and events to unveil their latest announcements. Now let's zoom in on some recent news from the console front. Starting with PlayStation, there is a palpable buzz surrounding the excitement lineup of new incoming PS5 titles. Highlights including the recent release Days Gone Remastered and Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, bringing these loved PlayStation experience to the enhanced power of the PlayStation 5. We are also eagerly anticipating the remake of the horror classic Until Dawn, which is being completely rebuilt for both PS5 and PC. We also have seen the arrival of popular multiplayer sensations like Hell's Divers 2 and the critical acclaim for titles like Marvel Spider-Man 2 continues to resonate. Looking forward further ahead, we can look forward to Dragon Age, the Vanguard arriving in October 2024. The highly anticipated Silent Hill 2 also in October 2024. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach slated for a June 2025 release for fans of tactical espionage. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eaters is on the horizon, expected in August of 2025. On the PlayStation Plus front, 2025 monthly games lineup includes a Survivor Adventure, Ark Survival Ascended, the critical acclaim deck building Ravage like Bastero, Bastro, in a retro inspired shooter, Warhammer 40,000 bolt gun. Players have been actively discussing the service, anticipating regarding topics like managing games, saves, files, and navigating the extensive game library. For those who opt for PlayStation Plus Premium, they can enjoy cloud streaming access to hundreds of PS5 games. The typical announcement schedule sees PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games revealed in the middle of the month, with their release following shortly after. The essential tier games are usually announced and released later in the month. Switching over to Xbox, there have been some significant news making the rounds. Microsoft recently revealed Gears of War Reloaded, a comprehensive remaster of the original 2006 classic. This updated version is set to release on August 26th for Xbox consoles, PC, and even PlayStation. Gears of War Reloaded promises significant improvement, improved visuals, and audio along with full crossplay and cross progression across all supported platforms. Slightly, it will even be a free upgrade for players who already own the digital version of the Ultimate Edition. However, there's also been some potentially less welcome news for Xbox enthusiasts regarding Xbox Game Pass. While Xbox has previously raised prices for both console and individual games, Game Pass was initially spurred from these increases. However, a price hike for the popular subscription service is now widely anticipated. A well-known industry insider even hinted at this possibility with a simple LOL on the gaming forum, sparking considerably concerns among subscribers. Reactions have ranged from users expressing their intention to cancel their subscriptions to even threaten to sell their Xbox consoles. One user especially mentioned considering selling their Xbox and shifting their PC gaming setups to their TV if the Xbox Game Pass price sees another increase. While the exact timing and the magnitude of the price increase remains unconfirmed. Speculators suggest a potential increase similar to the 20% hike seen for consoles or 14% increase for games, which would potentially bring the price of Game Pass Ultimate to somewhere around 22 or 24 bucks per month, prompting many subscribers to reevaluate their continued subscription. Nintendo Switch news encompasses both the current console and the growing anticipation for its successor, the rumored Switch 2. Recent Switch firmware updates include version 2020 have introduced new features such as virtual game cards and game shares. These updates are widely seen as part of Nintendo's preparation for the eventual arrival of the Switch 2. However, the initial 20.0.0 update can cause some users to encounter error codes, although a fix specifically addressing codes 2206-10015 was swiftly deployed in version 20.0.1. A significant piece of news for early adapters that the 12 original Switch games will reportedly receive free upgrades tailored for the enhanced capabilities of Switch 2. On a less positive note, Nintendo has initially filed a lawsuit against accessory maker Genki regarding a Switch 2 mock-up they displayed at CES. Nintendo alleged that Genki never had access to a pre-release power specification and illegally utilized Nintendo's trademarks, capitalized on fan trust and loyalty. Despite the buzz around its successor, the original Switch continues to see a steady stream of new game releases and announcements. Notable, the Switch has always achieved the highest number of software sales of any Nintendo console in history. Finally, let's delve into a existing technology advancement that are constantly fueling innovation in the gaming development. First, particularly for those looking to make their market as entrepreneurs in the industry. The gaming landscape has increasingly emphasized personality in crafting user-centric experience. Several key technologies are making this possible. Gesture controls is unlocking entirely new, innovative ways for players to interact with games using natural body movements. This market is posed for substantial growth in the coming years. Voice recognition is also playing a critical role in enhancing immersion and accessibility within games. It offers voice command support, which is particularly beneficial for players with visual impairment or other disabilities. We're seeing it integrated into more complex and even esport focused titles like Overwatch and Call of Duty. And voice recognition technology is seen as a potential lucrative avenue given it gaming market value and potentially for attracting new users. We witnessed a significant push towards cutting edge graphics with developers setting their sights on high resolution standards like Quad HD and Ultra HD. This increased visual fidelity in turn necessitates that gamers possess the appropriate hardware to fully appreciate it. So we saw with previous generations like the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X, high definition and extreme high definition displays are undeniable in a training aspect of gaming technology. Extended reality encounters both augmented reality and virtual reality, continues its upward trajectory in popularity and is projected for significant growth, potentially within the mobile gaming sector, creating exciting opportunities for aspiring entrepreneurs. The AR VR market is forecast to exceed a staggering 10 billion by the year 2026, despite the overwhelming focus on online multiplayer experience. Offline gaming apps for mobile devices remain a leading trend, highly valued for their convenience and ability to provide engaging environment entertainment on the go. Cross-platform games are becoming a increasingly vital aspect of game development by offering games that can be played across various platforms. Developers can reach a much wider audience, significantly increase market traction and overall revenue, often with minimal additional investment. This makes it a potential game changing technology for entrepreneurs. And finally, cloud based games are experiencing a surge in popularity, particularly for graphical demanding AAA titles. This technology allows players to access and enjoy these high fidelity games without needing to own expensive high end gaming hardware. This trend can also indirectly benefit hardware manufacturers. Cloud applications and services offer cost efficient, secure, and reliable solutions for delivering these game experiences. These advancements underscoring the rapid pace at which technology is reshaping both the creation and consumption of video games. From major AAA studios working on groundbreaking titles for the latest consoles to indie developers launching innovative creations on platforms like Roblox and Epic Games, the gaming market remains in constant motion. Key technologies such as AR and VR, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and blockchains also play a significant role in driving this exciting evolution. And that brings us to the end of our in depth look at some of the most significant trends and news stories impacting the gaming industry right now. And we look ahead into 2025. It's truly a fascinating time to be a gamer are involved in the world of game development with rapid advancements in hardware, software, and the very ways in which games are delivered and experienced. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week on Unified Gaming Network. Join us next time as we explore the latest in esports or the future of mobile gaming. Good night.